it sounds like he wants to do TV for a bit, and then he wants to go back to coaching. And, Glazer, who knows him better than anybody else, said he's been thinking about this for a while. It's a grind, man. It is a grind. It is a grind, but it's a grind that coaches have trouble getting out of. Trouble getting out of because they miss it, and he'll miss it. He's going to go back to coaching, and I know what's being said out there, and there may be some truth to it, that you look around and the grind is real, and he's thinking about getting out of the grind, and his Hall of Fame quarterback's not there anymore, and he might look and say, I don't really want to go through the grind to try and grind out enough wins to get bounced as the 7th seed, which is what would have happened this year if the Rams had eliminated the 49ers when they could have. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Again, I haven't spoken to him, but the conversation was that he's been reached out to by a television group to do play-by-play, to be an analyst in the booth, and you could hear right there what he said. He said that I haven't spoken to him just yet, but what he said was, no question, call my agent. No doubt. I'd like to try it. I think I'd be pretty good at it. And you know who's going to fall all over themselves? Everybody. To go get him. And then once those batteries are recharged, Arians went to the booth and he was not very good at it because he couldn't curse, Now that would have been great to hear Arians be totally Bruce Arians in the booth.
Right.
And then he went back to it, and now, he's won a Super Bowl. And you could hear it already. Know this, Cowboys fans, and I just direct you, Cowboys fans, not you in particular, TJ, but to all Cowboys fans out there that are thinking this. You're going to have to compensate the Saints when he goes back to coaching, because it sure sounds like he's going to. When he goes back to coaching, you got to compensate him if he's going to come back anytime between right now and 3 years from now. You got to compensate the Saints. You're going to have to give up a first-round pick for him. That's a fact. This guy's a Super Bowl winning coach who, despite the reason why Kevin James is coming on the air in hour number 3 about a movie about him having to take a year off because of Bountygate, guy wins another Super Bowl, we're going to be talking about a jacket and a bust for him, and then we'll talk about whether, how much we talk about his sabbatical or not. But his winning record is without dispute. And turn the Saints around and turn them into a completely different organization and a completely different sense about their abilities to win. Before him, it was Jim Mora, Jim Haslett, and a whole bunch of paper bags, man.
That's true.
That's a fact.
The eights.
So,
hey, Rich, put some respect on Bobby Hebert's name.
I got you. Even Marshall Falk, Mr. Superdome, get your popcorn ready, was selling popcorn. He's the one who said that the Ravens turned Justin Herbert into Justin Hebert. Turn Herbert into Hebert is what he said. Look, so you're going to have to, he's not going to just be able to walk through your door over the next 3 years. But he did use the words like, I don't think it's this year. Is it possible the guy takes some time off and he's just like, you know what, now's the time? Nobody's going to upend their coaching in the middle of the summer. That doesn't make sense. So it makes sense that this year he takes it off and he's fine. Like today, could you imagine? Today, he's not worried. He's not talking about free agency and what free agency and cap and getting ready for the Senior Bowl and grinding that tape. He just can wake up and go, where can I go that's warm? All the disposable income that he has amassed in his tremendous career. I can't imagine what he must be thinking today.
Endless possibilities.
So that's my 2 cents on Sean Payton. And Sean, where's my king cake?
Yeah, right. That looked delicious.
He said he gave it to all the. Did he really give king cakes to everyone?
He said
in the
he brought
meeting?
100.
Brought 100, yeah.
Come on. What gives?
When you say Sean Payton is in a very great position this morning.
Oh my gosh!
Of course he is.
All he has to do is wait for Mike McCarthy to screw up next year, and he's going to be the Cowboys coach.
Well, I mean, again, he is. He is. Let's not forget. I mean, he's giving up 3 years and $45 million of a contract. And if I'm him, I'm sitting there thinking, if I want to go back to coaching, I'll make, I might not make the 2022 money back, but everything else I'll make back. Yeah, and sure. It's like if he can do this, age, what is he, 58?
He's 58.
Still relatively
right? I mean,
young, yeah.
My gosh, take a year off, smell the roses, try TV. You got your feet still in the NFL game, and then the phone. I mean, again, Tony Dungy got phone calls this year, he said.
And he hasn't coached in 12 years.
Yeah. The last time Sean Payton won the Super Bowl. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.